Brawl Stars has a fair few issues, whether it's the massive inflation of trophies, or the lack of repercussions for throwing ranked matches. Brawl Stars has some problems to address, but in my opinion, the biggest dilemma with Brawl Stars is the progression, specifically the ratio of coins to power points. Currently, I have about 24,000 coins and 25,000 power points. That might not seem bad, but when you look at what I need to max my account, the issues arise very quickly. You see, I have enough power points to max my account. In fact, with the 10 brawlers I need to upgrade, I only need 16,058 power points to max out. If you're doing the math at home, that leaves 9,460 power points to spare. So I essentially have 9,000 useless power points in my possession. Not only that, but I have power points on my trophy road and mastery rewards as well. Adding the extra 1,600 from the trophy road as well as the 1,700 from brawlers like Bull, that brings my extra power points to 12,760, just sitting there collecting dust. But you could be very generous and make the argument that I could just save those for the next brawlers that will be released in the future. But the thing is, I also need coins to max out my brawlers, and this is where things really start to add up. Just to get my remaining 10 brawlers to power 11, I will need 35,500 coins. More than that, I need one additional gear for 4 of the brawlers, adding another 4,000 coins to the tally. So a total of 39,500 coins doesn't seem that bad, but there's more. The cost of hypercharges adds up super quickly. I am missing 19 hypercharges, those brawlers being Brock, Gus, Bo, Pam, Bee, Nani, Mandy, Buster, Willow, Chester, Cordelius, Grom, Eve, Janet, Otis, Meg, 8-Bit, Lola, and finally Sam. At 5,000 gold a pop, that is an additional 95,000 gold towards maxing my account. This brings the total up to 134,500 gold to max out my Brawl Stars account. Like I said earlier, I have 24,626 gold on my account right now. Doing that math right there, I am currently 109,874 gold short of maxing my account. We will be fair, however, and factor in the gold stored up at the trophy road and mastery tracks. We will even be super generous and assume that the 2 legendary drops will be hypercharges and that the mythic drop will be 500 coins, even though the chances are only 16.3% for hypercharges out of legendaries and only 9.49% for coins out of mythics. That's about half as much as the chance for power points, by the way. Anyway, on to the calculations. For the trophy road, there is a total, including the star drops, of 15,900 gold. For the mastery tracks, there are some brawlers, like Gray, who have gold stored behind credits as well. However, that only adds up to 4,500 gold. Let's go another step further and count the coins I have yet to collect in the Brawl Pass. That is another 5,000 gold, and you know what? We'll make another huge assumption that the legendary drop is another hypercharge and count that as 5,000 coins too. By the way, the odds that 3 legendary drops in a row are all hypercharges is 0.4%, so we're really giving Brawl Stars the benefit of the doubt here. After taking all these liberties and adding coins where frankly they shouldn't be added, I would still need 79,474 coins to max my account. Needing coins is not a bad thing in and of itself. Long grinds and progression are good and keep players engaged for a much longer time. And for the most part, Supercell has done a great job of that. But when one primary resource is just sitting there collecting dust, while the player is starving for the other, it's an unbalanced economy in game. Since I know I already have enough power points to max, getting them in star drops or mastery roads feels like a waste of time, as well as a waste of that grind. My solution is simple. Create some sort of exchange between gold and power points, maybe a section of the shop where you could replace 1,000 power points with 2,000 gold and vice versa. That would not only help balance things, it would give the player more influence over their own account, as well as perceived control over their progression. Another solution could be to have a secondary use for power points. The reason this economy is so bad right now is that players have to use their gold to upgrade brawlers, as well as buy gadgets, gears, star powers, and most importantly, hypercharges. If even one of those abilities could be bought with power points instead, that could drastically help the gold and power point balance. I've heard one last solution that I'm not a huge fan of, but I'd like to highlight it here for the 4 of you still watching right now. The proposition is to remove gold from upgrading brawlers. While this seems good on the surface, for new players it would be very odd to be collecting a resource that they wouldn't be able to use until they get a brawler to power 7. For that reason, I don't think taking gold out of upgrades is a good remedy. This issue has been talked about by myself, my mods like Mirage, Leb097, Samsonite, and many others, and so it has been well thought out and formulated through many opinions and weeks of pondering. I'm also no noob. While I'm not great at the game, I have been playing since early 2019, and I've been able to complete the trophy road, so I've been through Brawl Stars' ups and downs. I've also gotten every single brawler to at least Bronze 1 Mastery, so I've collected the coins, and that shows the severity and validity of the 80,000 gold that I still need to max out my account. Now that I've covered the merit I bring to the table, I'd like to address a couple issues that one may find with this entire argument. The first issue I'm going to bring up is the one of star drops. Looking at the respective percentages, there's a 36.45% chance to get gold and a 29.68% chance to get power points if you're not getting legendaries. I decided not to include them because they are random, and there is a chance out there that you could get 50 gold drops in a row or 50 power point drops in a row, so I just decided to disregard them. The next possible critique of this presentation is mastery. To fully calculate the gold and power point intake, all mastery should be taken into account. But I only took into account the mastery points I currently have on this date, March 20th, 2025. The reason I don't consider all mastery points is because I am using my account as an example of a bigger problem going on. I don't pretend like this is everyone here, and I'm sure there's someone watching this who has all mastery completed, at least up to Silver 3, where the resources stop. But yeah, that is my big problem with Brawl Stars and a couple ideas on how to fix it. If you're still watching this far, comment "we need gold," just so I know how many of you made it to the end of the video. Thanks so much for watching. Christ is King, and we'll see you in the next one.